And the flashiness continues here as well in the architecture. Alright, I will definitely not be able to enter North Korea now. Everybody, welcome to the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 Airport Map Selector here at nighttime in East Asia. And what I always love about the Microsoft Flight Simulator map is that it shows the proper street lights, you know, the nightlife of the nations. We can see China, we can see a bit of Russia, very, you know, sparsely populated. We can see, of course, the highly lit Japan. But what I find interesting is the dark spot between South Korea and Russia land, which is, of course, North Korea. And you know, on the channel, we've talked so much about flying in North Korea because that's such an interesting thing to me. You know, North Korea and, well, its airline of Air Koryo here. You can see it here, the livery. On the 737, a plane that they don't own. Yes, they only fly Russian planes, of course, that are very outdated. They haven't been able to, you know, buy any new planes because of their sanctions. But, you know, North Korea is such an unexplored country. You know, for 3 years now, it's been basically locked up because of COVID. We haven't been able to visit it. You know, the little tourism industry that they did have before, which gave us a limited insight into this little country, has been completely removed. And no sightseeing possible. Of course, there's no Google Street View map. But for everybody, what we do have, which is the closest way to go to North Korea, is of course the Flight Simulator, where I recently found an interesting scenery pack to download. North Korea Pyongyang Microsoft Flight Simulator by Sam Seen, which apparently adds the proper city of Pyongyang, the capital city, with all its buildings, its stadiums, and of course, its infamous Sunan Airport. I thought, yes, why don't we use this opportunity to get as close into North Korea as possible? Great. So already the airport of Sunan is a few miles out. We have been here before on the channel for sure. It features two pretty good runways here. 13,000 feet, 11,000 feet. You need this kind of runway length if you operate very old and stupid planes. Great. All right, welcome to North Korea here on the ground. We can see the city in the background. That's really nice. Something that's honestly ruining this experience is the 737. Yes, I mean, none of the planes that Air Koryo really uses in real life are added into any sim, really. With the exception maybe of the Tu-154 for X-Plane. We've flown that plane before. Incredibly stupid airplane. I mean, it is like 40 years old or something, but it's great. Anyway, we've got a pretty nicely equipped runway. Get this, long runway. And the relatively small airport of Pyongyang, which of course has been added pretty well now into this flight simulator. Look at the leader, Kim Jong-il, I think. You know what, honestly, you have to be careful what you say in videos like this about North Korea, especially because one of my goals on the channel is to, at some point here, visit this place and maybe make a vlog about Air Koryo, kind of like Sam Chui did. Even though, I mean, this building actually is nice. In real life, it was renovated a few years ago. The textures kind of do suck. But look at this. Actually, they have added the whole airport into the simulator. It's quite ridiculous. We can see a globe here. A bit ironic. I have the international departure. A very, very flashy escalator and some of the destinations here on the screen. You know, I like the level of detail here. Beijing, Shenyang, Vladivostok. Yes, you know, Air Koryo has been banned, I think, from flying to Europe. There used to be a flight to Zurich, since Kim Jong-un, of course, grew up in Bern, Switzerland. You know, North Korea does like Switzerland very much, which is probably the reason I could get in. Everybody get me into North Korea. Only a few destinations here. You know, you don't really need a big airport for this, even though this is a really nice, I mean, it's better than LaGuardia. That's great. I mean, in all seriousness, though, I don't know how many people had to die for this airport. It's not even funny at this point. I mean, we can see further into the check-in area. It's actually quite detailed here. It's quite ridiculous. I mean, look at this. But anyway, we can maybe take off and explore the country a bit more. Right next to the airport, we have a few buildings here, block buildings. Probably some workers live here. What's also nice is that we have some of the planes from Air Koryo on the ground. Yes, for example, the An-148. We've talked about that plane. You know, definitely the most modern plane of Air Koryo's. We've got the 204, the fake 757, and the other 148. Yeah, that's pretty much the only planes they fly. Great. Why do they need two runways, though? I don't really know. Yeah, anyway, but man, let's go to the city here because that is incredibly well detailed. It's a few miles out, and what's really interesting to see is the sparse population here. Wow. And the flashiness continues here as well in the architecture. All right, I will definitely not be able to enter North Korea now. I've flown into the building. Looks like a rocket. Honestly, looks pretty damn cool. Yeah, these are the modern types of buildings to be found here in Pyongyang. This is where the elite lives. I've crashed into the elites. I mean, honestly, don't be fooled. This looks like Miami and stuff. Here we go. We've got a bit of an island here on the river. We've got some, what is this? Honestly, don't know what this is supposed to be. Great. We've got some factories in the middle of the city. And of course, it's a very, vibrantly colored city to make it at least appear as it's happy. Great. Of course, the opulent sports stadiums have been added in as well here of Pyongyang. Here's one. I think this is a football stadium right here. Okay. This is where the next World Championship will definitely be held after Qatar. Okay. North Korea is broken. And these sports parks actually brings me to an idea. Why don't we land here? Equipped with the mighty PC-6 from Pilatus, anything is possible. We've even got some bridges down here we can land on. Pilatus is, after all, a Swiss company, so I think Kim Jong will approve. Great. I mean, haven't we seen a more depressing capital city? I don't think I have. Anyway, come on, let's maybe try to come in for a landing. All right, here we go. Oh, this is a very small stadium. It's a very broken stadium. All right, come on, let's try this again. Little arena, everything is fine. Okay, here we go. Oh, no! Oh. Okay, this is a bit weird. I don't really like this level of detailing here, but we know this is a great arena. It's definitely smaller than it should be in real life. I mean, a normal football stadium spans to like 100 meters, which actually isn't too far off, but it's broken. But everybody on PC-6 has landed, which is quite ridiculous. And this is a bit very creepy. I mean, look at all these happy people here. So great. So, all right. Oh, come on, let me try to come in for a takeoff here. That should maybe work. Or we're definitely going to crash into North Korea's people now. Sorry. All right, come on. Something that should definitely work is the bridge. Let's check this out. Buttering the bridges of Pyongyang, everybody. That is Swiss 01 2023. And I'm braking a bit too hard here on this PC-6. I'm sorry. Everything's fine. All right. So apparently the trucks of Pyongyang are Jesus Christ. And this is a very hanging myself kind of country. Great. I mean, we should definitely not forget about all the other airports we can find in North Korea. Most of these are military. But there's some interesting finds here, like Pyeongsu-lee airstrip. And this gives us the ability to do a Swiss 01 runway test inside North Korea. Great. You know what we sure have to point out is the underdevelopment of the airline. Here we go. Actually, this quite worked well. Great. Even though Air Koryo has been statistically very safe, I mean, they're only doing a few flights, but it's got a better safety record than the 737 MAX. Look at that, everybody. Honestly, that was not that bad. What is definitely to be pointed out is the beautiful landscape of Korea in general. Of course, South Korea is beautiful, but look at these mountains here. Great. Look at the vibrant cities, the equivalent to Austin, Texas. Now, of course, on the East Coast, we can find some more airports. Actually, I remember talking about Wonsan, a beautiful city here, with its airport of Kama. I mean, look at this. Got a concrete runway. Great. I mean, look at this city here. May try to do a landing here. I believe you could get noise complaints. Look, we've got North Korea Beach right there. This is definitely like Miami Executive Airport. I mean, look at this. We've even got like this sign here. Yeah, they definitely invested in the looks here from the flight simulator. Look at that. All right, shush. Yes, that was the Cessna 172. All right, and a quick stop here on this concrete runway. Who's complaining? Nobody is. We've got some islands here in the background of North Korea. Look at that. I've come to the realization that this is a pretty pointless video. But I mean, look at the city of Pyongyang with the scenery pack. That's what I wanted to showcase. But this has been the yearly dose of this mysterious country. That was a multi-kill. And so this is great. I mean, check out all that level of communism. I like how these buildings are detailed. Great. So thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night.
Well, thank you so much to all the people who give me lots of monies, like Mariana, Ragings, Junk in the Trunk, Mike, John O'Brien, Derek, Matt, Sleepy Boy, Kelly Chaos, Ryland Williams, New York, Shadow, Ignuana, and Moritz Bohausen.